They could tell that she had just died 10 minutes ago. He liked to write letters to the police. So they're instantly like, hold on. And the way he wrote seemed like he was illiterate. What's up, Team Jazzy? It's your girl, Jazzy J, and I am back with another mukbang. So today's true crime is going to be about the biggest mystery case in the world. And I know you're like, what you eating, sis? So I have some Chipotle, and I'm gonna make my nachos, but I'm gonna make it vegan nachos. So I have everything that I normally have, except for the chicken. And I have a tofuti. It's by Tofuti, but it's sour cream. This is a staple that I keep in my house because I make my ranch with it. I make this queso dip that I'm about to make right here, right now with it. We make so much with that. And also, hummus, original hummus. That's a good base texture for dips and all that. If you're ever thinking about going vegan, I don't want to push it on you, but it's definitely healthier for you. Your body digests so much better than if you were to eat meat. I just wanted to throw that little nugget out. Okay, so we got the chips. They gave me a lot. You know, normally Chipotle, they be a little stingy. But they was looking out for me today. Look at all these chips, you guys. This is really a lot. Can you see? No? Okay, it's okay. Okay. So in my Chipotle bowl, I have lettuce, which you're not even gonna taste it. It's literally for the nutrition, I guess. I have lettuce. I have the plant-based tofu that Chipotle offers, but I only get a little bit because they make it so strong. I think they use too much liquid smoke is what it is. But I got a little bit of the tofu. I got corn, black beans, and whole grain brown rice. Is that it? Yeah. So I'm just about to be messy and just dump it out. Ah! There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, and I got some peppers. I just saw the peppers. And tomatoes on the side. I was like, put it on the side, sis. I don't want no watery Chipotle. I'm really big on like textures and sogginess. Gosh, it's time for another water again. I set my alarm for every 30 minutes. Sometimes I do every hour, but I'll set my alarm to remind me, to drink a bottle of water. And that's how I do my gallon a day. But we are here for the queso dip. Plant-based queso dip. So simple, you guys. So I'll make sure I'll give y'all the timestamp to the true crime so y'all don't have to watch the mukbang. But we gon' mukbang today. Did I show this to you guys? Just in case I didn't. That's what I'm using. It has no milk in it at all. And that's my favorite way to make our dips, is to just get the little seasoning packets that has no milk in it. Ta-da! I'm making a mess because I wanted to do this while I was filming just to show you guys, because I don't have a shorts video, which would have been so much easier, honestly, but it's okay. It's okay. We almost done. Yeah. The rest of that there. So how are you guys doing today? I call all of my subscribers Team Jazzy. So if you would like to be a part of the team, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel and turn your post notifications on so that you never miss another video. Give this video a big thumbs up on the simple fact that we got some plant-based Chipotle animal style nachos. That was a lot. That's a long title. But I promise, if you taste it this way, you will not be disappointed. And that's why I'm putting it in this whole jar, because I also got some hot. I buy some whole, you can get the original sun chips. And then I use that to dip inside of my dips. Now, this ain't no weight loss hack. This is like more so weight management, vegan style. It's a whole different ball game when you're trying to lose weight being vegan. Because, I mean, no matter what it is, it's always calories in and calories out. All right, this is what she looking like. Yummy. I want to like drizzle it on there, so I'll be back. All right, I made my nachos. Okay, biggest mystery case in the world. Coming up after my prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for the food that I'm about to receive. I ask that it may be nourishment to my body. I ask that you bless the hands that prepared it and bless my entire team, Jazzy. Amen. Okay, East London. It was in the East London area in the late 19th century. And back in that day, in that area, there was they had a population of 4 million people, because that was like an immigration spot. So everybody moved there to find work. And so because they were overpopulated, that means a lot of people wasn't being too successful looking for work. So we know what comes after that. Trouble, right? So East London area, around the Whitechapel area, really started to become a place of poverty, homeless people, robberies, prostitution. So the police had their hands full with the streets being overcrowded and alcoholics and drug addicts. And so they were used to killings. They were used to overdoses. They were used to taking prostitutes to jail. But then they noticed a consistent pattern of killings that had a unique mark. And they were all women who were getting murdered. And it was very precise and clean. Like the killer was someone skilled with the knife. So the killer was making incisions on the body and was perfectly taking out their organs, their kidneys, the uterus. And it became a thing. And the reason why it became a thing was because it was like, we don't know who he is. We are, watching our backs. It could be anybody amongst us. But he also liked to play games. He liked to mess with your mind. He liked to write letters to the police. And he started signing them as Jack the Ripper. And the reason why he called himself that, I think, was because there was like an article. Remember I said this was something big because nobody knew who it was. They were like spooked. They were scared. Police was going crazy trying to figure this out. And so the killer ended up in the news. Like, you know, they call him Jack the Ripper because he's hacking at these women's faces. Like, he's just like ripping their face apart with his knife. And they were just finding them there on the street. So it's like, there was one particular woman that died. They could tell that she had just died 10 minutes ago. So they're instantly like, hold on, he's somewhere close. Jack the Ripper has to be amongst us, and he's that good. Police was working overtime. They was like, you know, we got to find him. They put out rewards. The citizens, they picked up on the case. Like, literally everybody was trying to figure out who Jack the Ripper was. He even sent in a letter to the police that read, I'm going to send you her kidney. I'm going to send you one of her kidneys. I have the other one. I cooked it and ate it, and it was very good. Then he would say, sincerely, Jack the Ripper, catch me when you can. Like, you're playing a game. And so I just can't imagine being around at this time, because I would be freaked out. I would really be freaked out and wouldn't go nowhere. Like, look how we acted over COVID. Like, imagine that. Imagine the homeless people, prostitutes. Like, these people don't have nowhere to go. Their life ended up the way it was just because they couldn't find a job. Oh, child. This is busting. Busting. The police was working so hard, they ended up taking at least 80 people to jail, because they were looking for surgeons who's good at cutting people. They were looking for butchers, you know, people that slice up animals. A chef, like anybody good with a knife, right? Working so hard trying to find him, they realized his handwriting, like, and the way he wrote, seemed like he was illiterate. So they're like, well, maybe he's not a doctor. So out of the 80 people that they took in as a suspect, who of course they had to let go, there was about 6 of them that really stood out. So even though they said he can't be a doctor because he seemed illiterate, there was a doctor that they was like, hold up, we need to take him in for questioning. His name was Dr. Montague Truitt. Now, I'm going to be messing these names up, okay? Just to warn you. But the reason why they took him in was because he was a doctor, and he was notorious for flirting, being very sexual to people. Of course, especially women. So, you know, that goes hand in hand. You're probably Jack the Ripper. Questioning him, they was like, yeah, no. They didn't have proof on him, so they had to let him go. Suspect number 2 was Serene. I'm going to put their names up. That was suspect number 2. And he was an immigrant from Polish. He killed 3 of his wives and got caught, and he got hung. And then all of the killing stopped. So it's like, well, maybe he killed his wives plus, you know, the rest of them. But the killings were, his wife's killings wasn't the same as the other killings. So it's like, so suspect number 3 was James Maybrick, who I don't really want to go too much into it because I'm doing a special true crime on him. But a lot of people say, because he was a serial killer, so a lot of people say he was Jack the Ripper. And that's why I'm just gonna do a true crime about it. But for the sake of this topic, this true crime, he was a suspect. He was suspect number 3 on the biggest mystery case in the world. He wrote in his diary the reason why he kills women. And then he said, signed the Ripper. But then again, the Ripper was so popular, everybody wanted to be the Ripper. You get what I'm saying? So everybody was like, some people were playing games. Some people were calling into the police station, acting like they were them, acting like they were the Ripper. You know, so it's like, yeah. And we're going to get to why I don't think it's James Mabry. So suspect number 4 was Aaron Kasiminik. He was a barber. And it's like, bingo, we're out here looking for surgeons. We're out here looking for butchers. But we never thought, because see, back in that day, they didn't have clippers. They used an actual razor. So they were very good with the razor, you know. And I used to do hair, and we had to learn how to use a straight razor. And you do have to be skilled to not hurt the person. You have to be very skilled to use a straight razor. And what made it worse, his DNA was on one of the victim's shirts. So if that's perfect, right? Still didn't have no proof though. That was the only proof. And that doesn't really say they could have had sex before, you know? So they had to let him go. So suspect number 5 was Carl something. And he was an immigrant too. And his lawyer told everybody like, yep, this is the Ripper. But then it's like, you know, I got my side eye to everybody. Because the stuff people do for clout, the stuff people do for fame. You know, you're a lawyer. You want to be representing Jack the Ripper. Like, that would make your business go up, you know? But Carl admitted to killing women. Then he came to America, killed one woman, got caught, went to jail, and got the electric chair. Jack the Ripper was smart. He didn't get caught. He didn't get caught. And he killed at least like 6 women. So I don't believe that it was Carl. Suspect number 6 was Francis Craig, who reported killings. Why they think he would kill him, I don't know. I do want to dig further into his biography, so we'll see. But I don't think it was him. The last suspect that stood out to me was Lewis Carroll. I did a true crime on him before. He is the author of Alice in Wonderland. And no, if y'all watch that true crime, y'all know that Lewis was clean and he was timid. He was very timid. I don't think he had it in him to kill anybody. But the reason why they thought it was him was because they found some stuff in his diary that was in relation to the Jack the Ripper killings. But I just feel like it's people wanting it to be something that it isn't and reading too deep into it. After studying him, no. I don't think that he would ever hurt anybody. Like, he played for children. He played with children for a living. Not even a living. Like, that was what he did. It came natural to him to be a child, even as an adult. Why would he kill women? That doesn't make sense to me. I don't believe that it was him. What I believe is it was a woman. Again, I believe Jack the Ripper is a woman. Because she's smart. She move in a way that she mess with your mind. It kind of reminds me of me. That's scary. But the way I tell my stories, I don't ever want to give up the bad guy in the beginning. You get what I'm saying? I love a good mind game. And that's how I like to tell my stories, because those are the type of movies. I like psychological thrillers. I like those type of movies. So it's only right that I make my movie like that. But that's why I feel like it's a woman. She was clever. She's like killing all these women because she already knows you're going to think it's a man. You're going to think I'm a man. And that's how she was able to be so amongst them without even knowing. She was probably one of the citizens out there helping them look for her.